5 minutes with you, 5 minutes with me. Welcome on back, everyone, to the channel. Hope you are having an absolutely stunning day wherever you are. Right now, it is a little overcast after a storm, but the storm has rolled on by, and in doing so, we're going to go ahead and move on to this track here, the Stranglers, 5 minutes. This is just a single from the band. We're just hitting another single from them, released 1978. I'm looking at the Wikipedia article right now for this particular track, and it says that it was recorded in between No More Heroes and Black and White. And it also reached number 11 in the UK singles chart. But I don't want to read any more about it. Let's just go ahead and dive in. But I forgot, before doing so, we're listening to this track because it was suggested by AK, Music and Cat Lover, Kev V, Tago69 Mago, let's see, Norman and David Titteman, Stug Trots, Keith Jones, GP Reactions, Steve Church, Gravel, there's a lot of you actually, Warren Buston, Parmigiano, Little Parmigiano, and Cuckoo the Bird, or Cuckoo the Bird Girl. Thank you guys so much for the suggestion. Let us go ahead and dive on into the track. We'll talk about it just a little bit after. Here we go. It's a darker opening, huh? It's a nice lead happening there.
I need a dream where I can live what I say. I need a place where I can put my bed. I need a home where I find happiness now. And if you ask for me, mister, I might just lose my head. 5 minutes and you're
Aggressive drum.
almost there. 5 minutes and you're almost there. 5 minutes and you're almost there. 5 minutes and you're almost there. They came on Saturday night. They killed us cat.
It's an urgent, tense, and heavy sound.
And in their eyes there was fear and hate. And when they spoke with lies. 5 minutes and you're almost there. 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 Some say that
I love a solo from Greenfield.
but I say that wouldn't help at all. They just wanna find those guys that sold. They just wanna find those guys that sold. That's all they know.
And now I'm on for the guitar.
Five minutes and you're almost there. 5 minutes and you're almost there. 5 minutes and you're almost there. 5 minutes and you're almost there. The night comes and the streets they ring with the beat of 1,000 days. But if you worry,
Such a charge.
you'll never get nothing done at all. 5 minutes and you're almost there. 5 minutes and you're almost there.
It's relentless, huh?
Almost there. 5 minutes and you're almost there. Some say that I should hate them all, but I say they wouldn't help at all. They just wanna find those guys that's all. They just wanna find those guys that's all. They just wanna find those guys that's all. That's all. Et si je fais tout, mon pauvre chouchou enculé, je les aurai, je les aurai.
And there goes the clock. The seconds ticking away. I actually thought the song was going to be 5 minutes, just to go off the title of it. This is a relentless and tense and persistent track. with the energy and the charge from the band just never stopping. It is nonstop, especially the drums. Like, it's just continually pounding, continually running and moving towards something. And I like how, especially at the very beginning, the band establishes a much more tense and kind of darker atmosphere, which I wasn't honestly really following the lyrics that much. But it kind of seems to fit, at least lyrically as well. Just really quickly scanning, 5 minutes, you're almost there. 5 minutes, you're almost dead, which we'll dive into, of course, shortly here. But I love the solos, of course, with Greenfield. Anytime that there's a space for a solo and I hear those first few notes peeking in from the keys, I already know, like, I'm already looking forward to what is he going to do? What new, creative way or tone is he going to put into this solo for us? And we get the standard tone that we hear from Greenfield, but even the solo, it brings a little bit more creative play into the music, but it still has a little bit of that darker atmosphere to it. And then even when Cornwell comes in later with the guitar, it's still keeping that kind of murky, thick underbelly kind of there's something off kind of sound here. And I think that they keep that going wonderfully well. The singing is also just filled with angst and filled with vocal poison. Very, very gritty in the way that he's singing out, which, like I said, I think works extremely well with what I can tell by the theme of this track. Which, by the way, let's go ahead and look at the lyrics here, because like I said, I really wasn't paying that much attention during them. I need a dream where I can live what I said. I need a place where I can make my bed. I need a hole where I'll find darkness now. And if you hassle me, mister, I might just lose my head. Like, don't poke the bear. I'm one step away from, well, like he says, I'm 5 minutes and you're almost there. 5 minutes and you're almost dead. Like, if you poke the bear, if you mess with me just a little bit too much, like, it's not going to end very well for you. They came home on Saturday night. They killed his cat and they raped his wife. And in their eyes, there was fear and hate. And when they spoke with knives. 5 minutes, you're almost there. 5 minutes, okay. So there's a twist. So they came home, killed his cat. This is almost like a John Wick. No, this is like a Death Wish situation. In their eyes was fear and hate. When they spoke with knives. Some say that I should hate them all, but I say that wouldn't help at all. I just want to find those guys. That's all. That's all. Interesting. I need to continue. The nighttime comes and the streets they ring with the fears of 1,000 things. But if you worry about your ports of call, you'll never get nothing done at all. Some say that I should hate them all. So he's obviously been, obviously not only he's wronged, but his family has been wronged. His wife has been assaulted, cat murdered. And he says, some people say that you should hate them all. These people that, obviously just destroyed your life tragically in many ways. But he says that wouldn't help at all. So instead of going on like a quest of revenge or something like that, or he says he wants to find them, that's all. Now, find them in what regard? Because he says, that he should hate them all, but he says that wouldn't help at all. So is he going out on a revenge quest? He's not worrying about the emotion behind it just to find justice from them? What is his purpose in finding them? Because that's the first thing I would think, justice or some sort of revenge. But he says it's not worth hating them. I have to click this because I don't know what the French here at the end means. And if I find them, my poor blanked over darling, I'll have them. I'll have them. So he is going out for revenge, which is the first thing I would think. 5 minutes, you're almost there. 5 minutes, you understand. Let's look at the Wikipedia article for this one. Let's say it's released in 1978 as a single, sung by Burnell. It's an account of a rape that occurred at a shared flat in London he lived in during 1977. The lyrics, sung in both English and French, convey Burnell's frustrations over finding the 5 men who committed the attack. Okay, let's read the background. He was living in a London flat with Wilco Johnson, then the guitarist of the band Dr. Feelgood, as well as a female employee of the Sex Pistols. One night, while Burnell was playing a concert with the Stranglers, his flatmate was raped, an event so traumatizing that Burnell left the flat soon after. That's horrible. The title of the song refers to Burnell's apartment being located in a dangerous area of London, just 5 minutes away from the Bishop's Avenue, one of the wealthiest streets in the world, and the juxtaposition of the two communities. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was trying to figure out as we were reading the lyrics about the 5 minutes, and I was thinking, like what I said originally, poke the bear, 5 minutes, and it's going to be coming to you. But then also perhaps the act, 5 minutes, or a time of revenge, 5 minutes. But it has nothing to do with that. It's purely about the distance. That is such a, to me, like a creative title, theme, and connection. That the 5 minutes isn't about necessarily what happened, but almost a why compared to a where rather. The lyric, "Some say I should hate them all," according to Burnell, refers to how people use the fact that the 5 rapists were black men as an excuse for racism. The main point in the middle of the night, or in the middle 8, was "Some say I should hate them all," about all black people, which was absolutely ridiculous and obscene. I just wanted to find those guys. I didn't use it as an excuse for hating all black people. How would you? Cheers on Burnell. Cheers on Burnell. Because, like, obviously, racism bad, right? Duh. But, like, if you want to get into, like, the deeper things of it, there are times when someone is wronged in some capacity, has an injustice, a tragedy done against them, and that person, that victim, of course, there's justification in some ways against that specific person that wronged them. But sometimes that twists into a hate or a dislike of all people of whatever race, gender, religion, etc. that person may belong to. If person A wrongs you, that doesn't mean person, like, people of all of person A's, like I said, color, race, religion, etc. are bad, obviously. And he didn't allow that hate to venture into that direction. That's really, this is a really great single from the band. I love a song that makes you think a little bit and includes something as well from the artist, from the writer here being Burnell, and this experience that he had lived through. And I think it's so such a creative way of bringing that truth into a piece of art. Here, of course, music. That's fantastic. Wonderfully written. And tragic, of course, but the way that story is incorporated and what the 5 minutes means, that and even beyond that is absolutely fantastic. That's a really, really, really wonderfully written track there. Great songwriting. Let me know what you guys thought of it, of course, in the comments down below. I hope that you enjoyed the music. I invite you to, of course, come back tomorrow because you never know what we'll find and what we'll stumble upon. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.